Hey, welcome to this Monday meditation class. My name is Steph Skupin, and I work with people in challenging life situations and challenging careers to help them balance body, mind, and spirit so that they can be confident and effective and focused and have clear action in our lives and also at work. And this is my second year of having a meditation class on Mondays. This year I the style is 12-week sessions of mindfulness meditation. And so the last 3 sessions we were talking about just being here, and then about being attentive to the breath and being attentive to the sensations in the body. And today we're going to be talking and paying attention to emotional states in our meditation. And it is perfectly appropriate to just start here if this is the first class that you see. You do not have to have seen the preceding classes. However, if you would like them, you can be in touch and let me know, and I can point you to the right place. So being aware of emotion. Emotion gives us information about how we interpret the world. Becoming aware of our emotion, paying attention to them, teaches us emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence is the ability to notice our emotion, to name them as they come up without becoming completely overwhelmed by them. Emotions arise naturally all the time. They arise in response to a thought about the world, to a judgment about the world. So when you slow it, when you really slow that process down, like a lot, then emotion becomes a sensation in the body that we've given a connotation to. This is what I feel, and this is what it means. So like a heat in the belly might be called anxiety because I feel apprehensive about something. The initial thought or judgment often happens so fast, much faster than we're aware of. So the emotion then becomes the first thing that we notice. And then the initial thought pertains to either an actual situation, something that is happening right now, or it can, it can pertain, to a memory, it can be imagining a future situation. Depending on whether we feel positive or negative or neutral, that thought triggers the corresponding emotion. And the emotion then has a feedback loop, triggering more thoughts along the same lines. And our mind in that way proves to ourselves that the first assessment of what was happening was correct. It's really quite ingenious, and it's not always true. Depending on the strength of this internal feedback loop, the emotions and that corresponding internal story can happen very quickly, and it can overwhelm our sense of presence completely. So in that moment, what happens is that we get lost in the story. We see a story playing out. We lose touch with reality, with what really is happening. If we don't slow the process down and allow ourselves to question our assumptions, we end up living in a dream world that is often negative and frightening and overwhelming. When we start to slow the process down with mindfulness, meditation, or inquiry, the emotions can become an alarm bell that alert us to an interpretation of reality. So we don't just blindly follow the loop. And so the positive or negative emotion can be a moment for us that says, hey, pay attention, have a look. oh, is this what I am believing right now? Is that correct? Is that really what is going on? So that creates awareness. And this is the process of waking up to reality, to what is really going on. When we have a lot of uncomfortable emotions on a regular basis, we might try not to feel them. And that is how addictions are born, because addictions are acts that will allow us to move into a higher state of feeling good without having to engage with the emotion. But emotions are the spice of life, and there are hundreds of different flavors of the few basic emotions. And the more we are allowing ourselves to feel, the more enjoyable and the more intricate life can become. And it makes us able to act with more clarity in everyday life when we have that emotional intelligence. So if we are experiencing trauma or have overwhelming emotions on a regular basis, just being mindful and paying attention to the emotion can actually act like a trigger. And so it can traumatize us again. So we have to be a little bit careful. Again, meditation can't be that all heal. It might not be that mindfulness might not be enough on its own to work through these situations. And so in those cases, you might want to find help from some sort of a mental health care practitioner or a coach, or you might combine meditation with other techniques by yourself to be able to move through those recollections and let them go and allow yourself to feel that intensity of emotion, because that can be very frightening. Right, so for today, let's get ready to meditate. Let's sit easily and comfortably. With the spine erect and having the chest a little bit open so that the breath can flow freely. And when that feels right for you, let's close our eyes and start to just be aware of the breath. Just being aware of your natural rhythm of breathing. Whether your rhythm of breathing right now is shallow or deep or fast, or even it's hard for you to notice, to pay attention to it right now, just notice. This is your reality right now. Just allow it to be exactly like this. Bringing the attention back to the breath and noticing the sensation of breath from the nostrils down to the throat, into the chest. The expansion of the chest and the collapsing of the chest with the exhalation. Notice which part of your body those sensations of breathing are the most noticeable to you. It might be just one of them, or it might be the process in its entirety. And your next inhalation, gently follow the sensation of breath all the way down into the body. Become aware of the sensation in your lower body. Becoming aware of the feet, resting on the floor. Becoming aware of the ankles, the lower legs, the knees, the thighs, the hips, buttocks. Becoming aware of the abdomen, the area of the stomach and the liver. And once again, noticing the chest, the shoulders, arms and hands. Becoming aware of the length of the spine, the throat, the face, the top and the back of the head. Becoming aware of the whole body. The whole body. Emotions are flavors of our reaction to an experience. On the simplest level, the flavors are comfort, discomfort, and neutral. How are you feeling right now? Just notice. Discomfort might lead to negative emotions, anger, fear, depression. Comfort might lead to positive emotions, joy, hope, love. Depending on what experience arises in your mind, in your awareness, what emotions accompany it. Just notice and name them. Anger, anger, joy, happy, sad, sad, frustrated, calm, calm. Allow these emotions to rise and be acknowledged, be seen, be named, and then, like a wave, travel on. And gently bring the awareness back to the breath. And then notice the next wave of experience comes up. What story does it bring with it? What emotion? Notice which parts of your body have sensations that correspond to the emotion. You might find that easy to pinpoint the sensation that come up with the emotion in your body, or you might not. Whatever it is for you, approach it with the spirit of being interested. Not with the spirit of you should. Whatever happens is right for you. Some of us are very emotional, others of us are not. That too adds flavor to life. So be curious. How is it for you? And then when the wave of experience is receding again, just bring your attention back to the breath, just for a little while. It might be that as you get still internally, the emotions that come up might get very strong. They might feel like they're overwhelming you. They might bring with them memories and fear. See if you can just sit with them. See if you can name them, acknowledge them with a nod or a bow. They are part of the experience of this moment. They are information. Notice that even if they feel overwhelming, as you are sitting right now, you are quite safe. Memory and imagination has no power to harm you right now. The emotions become too strong. Disengage your attention gently and bring it back to the breath. You might take some deep breaths. Stay with breathing deeply until you are feeling more calm again. Alternatively, you can bring your attention to your feet, your body's connection to the earth. Notice that the earth holds you. You might say internally, I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. Notice that your attention can easily get drawn into the story of why you feel this way. Notice the thoughts, emotions, and sensations that combine to this vivid story. Notice how real it seems and how important. Acknowledge it, observe it. You can give it a picture and a name. Allow it to arise and then gently move on like a wave in the ocean. As it gets weaker, bring the attention back to the breath. Once again, follow the breath all the way down into the body. Become aware of the feet, the lower legs and the thighs and the hips. Become aware of the lower abdomen, the region of stomach and liver, the chest. Become aware of the shoulders, arms, hands, fingers. Become aware of the length of the spine, the throat, the face, the top and the back of the head. Become aware of the whole body. Allow your attention to be with the body. Then become aware of your chair, the ground that holds you. Become aware of the environment you're in. Once again, take a deep breath in and breathe out. And slowly and gently, in your own time, when you're ready, you may open the eyes again. Thank you for meditating. Thank you for practicing loving kindness. And wishing you all a good week.